June kicks off the most dangerous months for heat illness on job sites, and most workers don't know they have legal protections. That's why we're joined by attorneys Brandon Dawson and Jeffrey Ward with the Thumbs Up Guys to make sure workers know about their rights. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Definitely feeling hot out there these
yeah.
days, so it's great to talk about these things. I want to know, what are an employer's legal obligations in terms of keeping their employees safe when it's really hot, like it is right now?
So I'll turn this over to Brandon. This is not my area of practice. I know just enough to get me in trouble, so he can take the lead on this, and I'll just sit back.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
There you go. You got the floor.
Yeah, so unfortunately, in South Carolina, there's not a lot about outdoors in terms of the workers' comp side of things. What you do see is if for some reason we were in here today and the AC wasn't working, it was 95 degrees and you had a heat stroke, we'd say, well, that is a workers' comp case, because it is not supposed to be that hot in here. Now, if you're outside working and you overheat, those are really difficult workers' comp claims. I won't get into all the details there because it gets very nuanced. But what I would say is please hydrate, take breaks. There are also OSHA requirements that employers have where they have to give breaks. So that's a federal law about how often breaks have to happen when the temperature gets above certain degrees and things of that nature. So I would really just encourage people, don't get in that situation because it's not a good workers' comp case. It's not something that, you're going to find somebody to be able to help you out with in a lot of those situations. So please hydrate, get in the shade, cool off, and if you do find that you're in a situation where you have an employer who's just pushing you, there's no replacement for your health. It doesn't matter, any amount of money is not, a price that you can put on your health. So please look out for yourself in that situation.
Yes. So if someone feels like their employer is ignoring those requirements, making sure that they're staying safe, could they call you guys?
Certainly, and we will try to give them any, help that we can. Like I said, a lot of times these are not workers' comp cases that are viable cases. And so, it's tough because, there's some serious injuries. You have heat strokes, heat exhaustion, things of that nature where people can have some really, really serious injuries. But again, if it was foreseeable that it was going to be 100 degrees out and you went out that day and you worked and it was supposed to be 100 degrees, there's nothing really there a lot of times on the workers' comp side. Again, gets very nuanced. We're happy to take a look at any case there, but I would much rather people not get injured because this is very avoidable. Sometimes accidents at work where something falls, you slip, you pick something up like that. That's not really that avoidable a lot of times. This is a very avoidable situation where, again, hydrate, bring extra water. Take that extra break if you need it. And I get that's easier said than done sitting here. But I grew up, working in lumber companies, building docks, doing all sorts of stuff like that, working out in the middle of the, hot days here in Charleston. So I know what it's like to be there, and would just encourage people to, stay extra hydrated, get in the sun. Find an employer that actually cares about you. Take a couple extra breaks if need be, especially during these June, July, August months where it gets real hot down here.
Yeah, those outdoor cases, like Brandon said, they're so tough. We are looking for very specific facts or actions taken by an employer for that to turn into a viable workers' comp case. Happy to talk to you about it. If something like that happens, give us a call, figure out what went on. But yeah, to Brandon's point, if indoor heat conditions, that's one thing, but outdoor working outside, that's a totally different animal.
Great tips from both of you. Thank you guys so much. Definitely stay safe out there. Definitely the crazy heat of summer is here. You guys, you can go to inpain.com or just call that number to learn more.